I'm going to be doing a full in-depth review with this brand new 2019 Chevrolet Camaro. There have been a lot of updates, especially as far as exterior styling goes, over the 2018 model, so we're going to get into all of those, talk about the exterior and interior features, and all the different powertrain options. So let's get right into the video. For 2019, the Chevrolet Camaro comes with 4 different engine options. At the bottom of the range, you've got the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with 275 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. And then at the high end of the spectrum, you've got the 6.2-liter supercharged V8 with 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. And then, of course, in between that, you've got the 3.6-liter V6 engine that we see here and the 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8. All of them, I'm sure, are great engine options, and some of them even come with dual-mode exhaust systems. Now, of course, the transmission options are dependent on which engine you spec, but across the lineup, you've got 3 different choices. You can get the 6-speed manual transmission with standard rev matching, you can get the 8-speed automatic transmission, or you can get the 10-speed automatic transmission. But now let's take a listen to hear what this engine sounds like. Unfortunately, this is just the V6, and we couldn't figure out how to get the dual mode exhaust to open up and really scream for us, so it's a little bit subtle. If you want to hear what the V8 sounds like, you can check it out in my review of the Camaro ZL1 1LE right there. Other performance features include the standard limited slip differential that comes on all the different models. Also, you can get available magnetic ride dampers that will automatically adjust the stiffness of your suspension every 10 to 15 milliseconds to give you the perfect ride comfort. Also, if you get a 10-speed model, you can get a custom launch control and line lock feature put in. And speaking of launch control, 0 to 60 for the Turbo 4 is in just 5.4 seconds, and 0 to 60 for the supercharged V8 is in as little as 3.5 seconds, according to Chevrolet. The V6 and the other V8 models should fall somewhere in between that range, so overall, you've got pretty good performance across the entire lineup. This is a muscle car. The exterior of the Camaro is probably where we see the most changes since 2018. Comes with a revised front fascia and different taillights. A lot of people really didn't like the redesign for the Camaro. They said the 2018 models looked better, but I personally like the 2019s a lot better. Much more sleek, modern, but still kind of retains that heritage styling that's been always in the Camaro, those muscular ripples on the side of the car. Just it's all very reminiscent of older Camaros, but also very modern. I think they mix the two very well into this fluid design. Looks absolutely fantastic, and it's functional as well. The grills up front are a lot bigger than the previous model, so they let in a lot more air to help cool the engine even better. And if you get a V8 model, then the badge on front is actually hollowed out. They call it the Chevrolet Flow Tie, and it lets in even more air to cool that engine even more. Moving on to the side of the car, it comes with 18, 19, or 20-inch rims, whichever one you want. You can have a bunch of side stripes and hood stripes. You know, you can customize it to look like you want it to. And then finally, in the rear of the car, you got a couple different spoiler options, dual exhaust tips, and new revised taillights. Again, these taillights were criticized by a lot of people. Very controversial design, but I think they look a lot better than the old boxy design. But now let's take a look at that interior. The interior of the 2019 Camaros is mostly the same as the 2018s, but you've got a couple small things that are changed that I'd like to go over here. Obviously, it's still a Camaro, it's still a Chevrolet. You're still gonna have maybe not the best quality materials. You've got a lot of hard plastics here on the center console, some leathers that feel pretty soft and pretty nice, but are obviously not the highest quality. But overall, it is a pretty well put together interior with a pretty straightforward design. It comes with a standard leather-wrapped flat-bottom steering wheel. If you want to opt for suede, that is available in the higher trim levels. You can get a 7 or 8-inch infotainment touchscreen. I believe that has been updated since 2018, and that's one of the small changes that we've seen for the 2019 model. An upgraded infotainment system there. Very, very clean look how it's set in the dash here with the accent lights going around it. Very, very nice. It comes standard with 8-way power adjustable sport seats, which I believe is what we see in this model right here. The leather feels very nice, they're very comfortable seats, but if you prefer, you can opt for Recaro performance seats. Now obviously, if there's one thing that I have to complain about in this chair, other than the build quality and things like that, it's the visibility. Camaros are notorious for their terrible visibility, and that has not been fixed in any way whatsoever for 2019. You still got the hood coming up in front of you just through the windshield, so you can't see anything around that. Rear visibility is even worse, and blind spots are so big that side visibility is pretty much non-existent. But overall, I bet it's a really fun car to drive. It's got a very nice design, the way everything's laid out here. There are a lot of buttons in here, and it's probably gonna take a little while for a new owner to get used to, but overall it's a very nice interior, and other than the terrible visibility, I'd say it's on par or even better than the Mustang and Challenger of today. Alright guys, there you have my full review of the brand new 2019 Chevrolet Camaro. If you're into Camaros and muscle cars, make sure to check out my review of the Camaro ZL1 1LE right there. But as always, make sure to leave this video a thumbs up, leave your thoughts below, and go ahead and check out my channel, because I've got a ton of exotic supercar and hypercar reviews up. So remember to subscribe, and thanks for watching. God, my voice gets so weird at the end.